Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it. We have so much to break down, and it's not just all Beverly Hills related. We're here with Miss Sarah Fraser.
David, how are you? How are you?
Can I just say that
mention it all.
The first of all, the entire cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta is back. Wow.
Every single one, even the two that I can't remember their names. Drew.
Sanya, Richards, Ross, and Drew. Wow.
And Sanya. Thank you, Sanya. I like Sanya. I like that. And Drew and her husband have a funny relationship. Yeah, I like them, but I think that producers have learned their lesson. Let's not, because RHOA ended on pretty high ratings. They got back up to 1 million, I think even a little over 1 million viewers per episode. So, why mess with that? That's really good ratings for television today when you have like literally a bazillion options.
It's good ratings. Listen, I apologized on air to all of the ladies. It's not my favorite season. I think something just wasn't gelling, but it was a great season. It was much better than I gave it credit for. And like, wow, Sheree, you're back. Wow, you launched She by Sheree. Wow, Marlo, you finally have. The thing, finally have repeats. There's major things that happen to these people that we knew. This makes Kandi, and yes, do the math. RHOA was Kandi's not an OG, but she was on in the beginning. I think season 3 was it, or is it season 2? She's the longest standing housewife, consecutive. Let's not forget Countess Lou was a friend for a season. Let's not forget Teresa, Kyle Richards. Those shows came way after RHOA. So even though she wasn't an OG, Kandi is now the longest.
Kandi gal.
Can you believe
the other Kandi gal?
Can you believe this? Kandi?
Kandi Burruss. Look, Kandi Burruss will go down in Housewives history as one of the best, and probably I would say she and Bethany Frankel are the two highest financial benefiting women, which is awesome, right? Wouldn't you love to see Bethany and Kandi like together doing a business show, just going one for one? I would love. They're so smart. They're Kandi is so good. I would love to know the truth of how much Kandi's worth, because I bet it's 20 million, 25 million, way beyond.
I think, maybe 30 million. Kandi's loaded. Kandi is loaded. Listen, I don't understand. People say the same about her that they always said about Cynthia Bailey. Boring. I don't know. It's like Kandi to me is just, she lends credibility to the show. She's Kandi. I loved her. When I interviewed her, I was like, I told you, like, sometimes I just call it wrong. I really thought she would be more politically by the book. I thought I was going to get canned answers, media brilliance. I found Kandi to be very authentic on this show. I asked a question, no matter what it was, and she would give like a real answer. I didn't think she was trying to like just give me her nice, happy version. So I don't know. I really liked having her on the show.
Love her.
RHOA. To your point, I guess the ratings are good. Why fuck with it? Sometimes it takes, look, it's not, our other Kandi gal, the real Kandi gal.
I know I shouldn't mix them up because we have
Kandi Burruss is a legend, but Kandi gal Dillard says, she said it on this podcast. She says Atlanta walks so we could run. That's a direct quote from Candace Dillard. I don't know why we have more buzz about Potomac. I am more excited about Potomac at this point than Atlanta, but
Potomac is what old school RHOA used to be. I think RHOA has elevated themselves. I think they're beyond like the hair pulling fights that we saw between Monique and Kandi gal. I think Kandi gal will go low like that. Because I think it's good TV, right? I know there's a lot of debate about if you want to see that, women doing it. But anyway,
something needs to happen. Look, we're going into next season where...
But wait, with RHOA, you think something needs to happen, or RHOP?
No, like with RHOA, like something, like Countess Luann and Tom and like Erika and Jen Shaw, like something major needs to like.
You don't think, I mean, hopefully they're filming. Candy's cousin got shot at one of her restaurants by an employee. And that's
true.
Filmed. Hopefully that's being filmed. She by Sheree is being accused of ripping off Shein, the cheap website. I hope that's being filmed. Her website went down. People said she wasn't even ready for that. Now it's back up. But I don't know if you can even.
She's dating Martin. She's dating Martell Holt from Love and Marriage.
I mean,
which a lot of people say is a fake. I mean, are we going to get Martell Holt on RHOA? Like, I hope so. No, I mean, I just wish, well, look, I mean, like between the girls, like, well, look, like I think Kenya and Marlo are really done. And I think Kandi and Marlo are really done. So like relationships have changed, but I don't know. Like, I just want something like major. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Did you see too that,
same with RHOC. I was something like, I don't know. But listen, I'm not knocking it. It was a good season of RHOA. I'm happy everyone's back. I mean, look, I apologize. It just wasn't my absolute favorite season, but it was way better than I was spewing forth my mouth for the first like 10 weeks of the season. I think it ended really strong. And congratulations, Kandi.
No, I know. I'm happy about. I am too, and I've liked watching the after interviews. Like, I was curious your thoughts. Did you see the after interview with Sheree and Marlo? And basically Marlo saying to people, stop asking me how I make my money, that every woman up there got rich after they got on RHOA. And she's the same way in like promoting businesses. I actually don't know what Marlo's businesses are though. So maybe this is why.
But anyway, Archive. I mean,
okay. Are they?
That,
And, and Marlo did, she took shots at Kandi too. And she was basically like, yes, Kandi did well and was a millionaire, but Kandi became like a multi-millionaire after this show. So like, stop asking me. I don't know. I mean, Marlo might bring it in an even more aggressive way. I feel like
that's why people criticize her. And Marlo just got a deal with Netflix, by the way. Archive is gonna, I don't know, your face is like, is that a ton of money? She's gonna supply stuff. Not, well, maybe it is. She's gonna supply the clothes from Archive to some show or movie for Netflix, something. And I mean, Candy's also saying, and Candy's also saying like, girl, I helped you get gigs that I turned down. I don't know if that's one of them, but no, I mean, I guess we're heading in, like you said, like the whole She by Sheree. Sheree even did an interview where I saw, she said like, well, okay, I don't oversee everything that closely. Like, yeah, the man, she almost admitted to like, okay, these do look like Shine. Like, I don't know, Sheree, I love her. I still think she's the MVP of the season. I think she had the realest storyline, but
she did.
There